It's time to get ready for garden season. Yes, I know it's still January. We are still having freezing temperature right now. It's actually pretty warm with 26 degrees. Still snow out, but you'll know in a little bit why it's important for me to start that early. Hi, my name is Karen from Prepared and Sustainable Living. I make videos all around hunting, fishing, gardening, homesteading, foraging, and anything in between. So if you like videos like that, hit subscribe, like the video, leave me a comment and let me know what you want to see next. So I was getting ready for the garden, and there are two ways to start the garden plan. One of which is if you don't have a garden bed yet, you can go on Seedtime. I'll show you that in a little bit. Calculate how much you approximately need to get enough food, and then get the garden ready for that. Or you can do it like me. I already have a garden bed, 80 by 40 feet for vegetables, plus a little bit of other areas I can use too in the greenhouse. So I more or less know how much room I have. I know how many rows I have for what, how we planned out the garden last year, and how I want to improve it. So let's have a look on my paper. So I started up calculating that one row is 80 feet, which is 960 inches. I always make 3 rows of corn, which I can calculate how many seeds of corn I need, and that's definitively something I seed directly. I'm not starting corn inside. That's really not needed. I have 2 rows for cucumbers, zucchini, and squash. I calculate how far apart they need to be spaced and get out how many plants I need. Then I do the same with the tomatoes and the peppers. I have cabbage, broccoli, and Brussels sprout, peas, beans, potatoes, and some more. Some of that is not going in that big bed, like for example the radishes. I want to do them somewhere else. I might put the carrots in the greenhouse. I have a different place for garlic and onions. That's why down here I calculated how many I approximately need for 2 people. And then what I did not have here, I do have to put about 20% extra for the ones for all the seeds I start, just in case something doesn't come. So now where we know what we want to seed, we go on the computer and plan when we're gonna start it. Let's have a look. Alright, what we are doing now is we're going to seedtimes.us, and now you will see why exactly I'm already planning my garden, because I'm going to have to seed some pretty soon. But let's first have a look how I set that up. You do give the garden a name. It's for free if you only have one garden. I give it the grow zone. I say at least approximately when the average last frost is. You can get those data from the weather sites. Do a little bit of other things. I want to have the winter garden algorithm, because I would like to make a winter garden this year too. And what I'm doing then is going back to that garden and start adding crops. I, for example, did now already all the vegetables. I can show you that in a second. Like, I added the bell peppers. I told them where they go. They go in a big vegetable bed, so I put them in there. I want to transplant them, which means I want to start them inside from seeds and then put them out. I have a couple tasks they put me in my calendar, which is really nice, with the seeding and the bed preparation, and when to transplant them, and that kind of stuff. You could add customized tasks if you have the pro version, but as for right now, I'm good with that. I can do the rest somewhere else. And then I can go, you can theoretically also calculate the layout for it. And I add, this one isn't an option anyway, just showing it right now. You can make it a winter garden crop. Say how many layers of protection you're gonna add and how you started, and it's gonna make you a winter garden too. And then you can schedule it. And then there are those three dots on the side. You just can go and say add suggestion. Well, with the bell peppers, that's not really an option. They produce the whole season. But down here with the Brussels sprouts, for example, I did just that. I plant one suggestion after another, so I know where to plant the next one. I know it looks super complicated, and it kinda is. But that cultivating things, I'm theoretically in the garden all the time anyway, so I could have had theoretically cancelled that. You can add a new crop at the top, and then you can go for the list and have a look what you want. They have a whole lot of vegetables, really a lot of vegetables. There's not a whole lot you cannot have. All kinds of herbs and flowers. I did not yet plant my flowers. Still going to have to do that. Really want to have some zinnias, yarrow, sunflowers. But you can do that all day. And now I can see that I need to start celery and leeks. That's exactly why I start the garden that early. And about the week and a half later, I gonna have to seed the suggestion. And then at the end of February, I need to start seeding cabbages and broccoli and kohlrabi. So that's why I start so early, because I can start early and I can get the most out of it. So you see, I can, for example, right now I can take all that stuff out of here, so it starts looking a little bit better. Makes it much more, well, somewhat empty. I do not really need the bed preparation in it neither, because sooner or later my boyfriend's gonna get out and fill the garden bed up for me. We hope that we can put some horse manure in this year. So I don't need that. All I need right now is the seeding, when to direct seed which, like for example the corn, and when to transplant the plant. So I get the most out of it. And with my winter garden, I have plants coming in till late November. I am pretty sure I could go further than that if I cover it good enough, but it's the first time ever I'm gonna make a winter garden, and I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna do every step of the way. But it's my first winter garden, so I'm not sure yet how that's gonna work out, so I'm a little bit on the careful. What's gonna be next is I will going to have to check on my seeds. I'm pretty sure I have more than plenty. I have lots of them. Getting sure that I have it already. Pick them out, put them, sort them through, so I have what I need alphabetically, thematically, like on that paper, like I need it on here. Something so I have them ready to go when it's time. And then soon enough, I'm gonna have to seed and plant all kinds of things. March is a really busy month for me for seeding. I really hope we're gonna have the greenhouse done by then, and then I'm going to show you guys how I gonna work on my seeds and show you the new green. It was too warm to finish it last year. It was still 80-90 degrees in a greenhouse in October, and afterwards it got too cold to walk outside. But I hope I can weed it next week. When the ground's not frozen anymore, we can start putting the walkway down. I hope we can at least get the bed done before that, so we can. But that's how I prepare my garden. I was thinking about showing you how I plan the year through my homestead and my crafting. If you want to see that, let me know. I can make a video about it. It's really just a little bit of writing down on paper. Let me know what you want to see next. And until the next time, stay prepared and sustainable.